Hey guys, so today we're going to do shelf number 10, or what I'm going to say, shelf number 2 on bookcase number 2, but we'll say shelf 10. So I'm going to start off with this creepy killer kid movie called Bloody Birthday. I enjoyed this one. I haven't watched it in a very long time, but I enjoyed this one. From 1980, yeah, 1980. So if you guys enjoyed this one, let me know. Bloody New Year. I enjoyed this one as well. It doesn't really take place on like New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, but it's always known as a New Year's Eve horror film. But yeah, it's just, these people find themselves stranded on a remote island, and then they go into this I guess it's a hotel, and it's like stuck in like the New Year's like celebration. It's like a haunted hotel. I dug that one quite a bit. Next up, we got Body Parts with Jeff Fahey. This was an interesting movie about this guy who gets into a car accident, has an operation to replace his broken arm, and yeah, it's really creepy. One of the select few westerns I have in my collection. I really enjoyed this one as well. Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson. You get Sid Haig in here as well. David Arquette, Richard Jenkins. Really good. It's a western. It also has like creatures in it too. It's like a western horror. I dug that one. This one was weird. The Boneyard. From what year is this from again? Sorry, 1989. Yeah. The whole dog thing was freaking weird. I gotta watch this again, but I remember enjoying it, but I found it really bizarre. Next up, we got The Boogeyman. This is a loosely based on a Stephen King story from Night Shift, I believe. Yeah, they take his story and then they add to the plot. So I enjoyed this one. It is PG-13, but I thought it was kind of creepy. Book of Monsters. I really enjoyed this one. It's really, it's about this girl who has her 18th birthday, and then these monsters descend upon her house and started, eating her guests. They're supposedly making a sequel. If not, they've already made it. I'm just waiting for it to come out so I can add to my collection here. But really enjoyed this one from 2019. The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. I have not watched this one yet. I've owned it for some time. Everybody knows the story of the Boy Who Cried Wolf, and it's not real. He's just lying. Well, I know it has like the same kind of story to it. He's crying werewolf, and nobody believes him. So, and he's actually telling the truth. So yeah. The Brain. I love this movie. It's so weird. Sci-fi horror from 1988. Really enjoyed this one. If you guys haven't seen this, I highly recommend it. So yeah, The Brain. And then of course we have Brain Scan, which is another great movie from the 90s involving, was it like a video game? Yeah. It's got Edward Furlong in it, and Frank, I can never say his last name right. Is it Langella or Langella? I think it's Langella. But really enjoyed this one too. I love my 90s cheese. Brightburn, I have not watched this. This is like an anti-hero movie with Elizabeth Banks. So I've heard good things about it. I just never checked it Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What can I say about this movie? It's got a really good cast. It's cheesy. It's fun. I love it. Same thing with the next one here. The Burbs. Who doesn't like The Burbs? This movie is... It's not a horror movie. It's a black comedy, but it's got like... You know, it's got horror tones and whatnot, but... You know, I love that movie. Burial Ground. I haven't got around to watching this one yet. I know I'm behind on a lot of like zombie movies like this. So yeah. We got Burn. This is a decent like thriller. It's not a horror film by any means. It's a thriller. It's got Suki Waterhouse in it, Josh Hutcherson, and Tilda Cobham Hervey. I really enjoyed this one. This is about a gas attendant. She's held at gunpoint. She takes matters in her own hands, but she's this girl right here. She's actually a manipulator. So don't think she's all innocent in this movie, because you know she's not. The Burning. I really need to upgrade to that 4K, but you know I love this movie. Got some Savini effects in here. You have a very young Jason Alexander in here, Holly Hunter as well, Fisher Stevens. So really love The Burning. Burnt Offerings. This movie is so creepy. Like you know, it's only PG, but it's definitely something else though. So Burnt Offerings. I don't even know why I even have this in my collection. I'm gonna be getting rid of it probably sooner than later. This movie is awful. Like, I even watched the unrated version and it still sucked. So yeah, bye man. A vampire movie I haven't seen. Byzantium. I've heard really good things about this, but again, I haven't got around to watching it. But you know, here's a classic, Cabin Fever. I never got around to watching the remake. I never owned it, and I probably never will. But I like this one a lot, especially the kid with his stupid pancakes, and then he bites. Yeah, the kid. Actually, I don't think he's even on there. No, he's not. Pancakes. No pancakes. The Call. This was alright. It's a creepy. Look at Lynn Shay. She's very creepy. Tobin Bell's in here too, but he's hardly even in it. So, yeah. The Call. This one I haven't watched yet, obviously. The Caller with Malcolm McDowell. I heard this is a really good movie, hence why I bought it, but I never got around to watching it. But I'll watch it at some point. Call Girl of Cthulhu. This was awesome. Like, I love this movie. This is from I actually know the guy too, Chris Lammartina. And of course his wife's in here too, Melissa O'Brien. So far they got married. But yeah, I love this movie. It's stupid. It's a horror comedy, but you know, I really dug this movie. And I've seen Chris like many times at like conventions and stuff. And I go to like, you know, premieres of his movies. If he's in the area, I'll go and support him. Candyman. Who doesn't love Candyman? And we got Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh. And then we got Day of the Dead, which I've seen it, but I haven't got around to check out this Blu-ray though. But yeah. Captive State, never got around to watching it. I heard it was kind of weird. Like, I love John Goodman. Vera Farmiga is good too. but just haven't got around to watching this one. The Car. Who doesn't love The Car? Look, it's a promo copy or a screener copy, whatever. But no, that's okay. I can never say this person's name right. Malatesta's Carnival of Blood. I thought this movie was okay for what it was. 1973 film. I do enjoy movies that take place in carnivals, though, so that's the reason why I bought it. Case 39. Still haven't got around to watching this one either. I know, I'm terrible. But I heard it was really good. This one I can get rid of now that I have the 4K box that doesn't light up. This is the old Blu-ray of Kathy's Curse from Severin. I enjoyed this one, hence why I upgraded to the 4K. This chunky box set of Cat o' Nine Tails. Love it. It's got the poster, it's got the booklet. Solar Dweller and Catacombs. I've seen Solar Dweller. Never got around to watching Catacombs, but Solar Dweller was pretty good. It's got Jeffrey Combs in it. Who doesn't love Jeffrey? Changeling. This is a really creepy movie about ghosts and stuff. But yeah, I love The Changeling. Chernobyl. This is the mini series from HBO. Again, haven't seen it. Cherry Falls. This is a really decent slasher from what, 2000? Yeah. With Jay Moore, Brittany Murphy. Yeah, Jay Moore is really weird in this movie. Like you don't think the character he plays, but he definitely pulls it off. Michael Bihn's in here as well. Children of Men. Again, haven't seen it, but I heard it's fantastic, so that's why I grabbed it. Children of the Damned. I've seen the original Village of the Damned. This one I don't believe I ever got around to watching, but the first one was good. The remake of Village of the Damned is good, so need to get around to watching that one. Now then we got Child's Play 1 on 4K. I've seen all these before. Part 2 and Part 3. I don't have the other ones right now, but I will eventually. And then I have the reimagining of the original. Not bad. You know, I wouldn't really compare it to the original, but it's not bad. Chill Factor. I remember watching this. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I thought it was interesting. It has to do with the Winter Olympics and possession. The Chosen. I haven't got around to watching this one either, but it's got 2 cuts of the film on here and then the trailer. That's it. At least it has 2 cuts of the film. Christine, I want to get that 4K so I can get rid of this region-free indicator release. I think this release is fine, but I want to get the 4K of it. Class of 1984. I really enjoyed this one too. It's got a really, I think, yeah, Michael J. Fox is in here for a brief moment. 1982. This is written by Tom Holland, directed by Mark Lester. So, yeah, that's probably why I enjoyed it. Of course, I have Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I actually have two different versions of this. I have this version and I have the boxed version somewhere in this room. But yeah, Close Encounters. It's an independent film called Closed for the Season. It's actually quite long too. It's like 2 hours. over 2 hours long. But I enjoyed this one, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I love anything that has to do with amusement parks. Cold Light of Day. This is like a British thriller from, what is it? I think it's from 2020, actually. Yeah, it's like a, no, it's from 89, I'm sorry, 1989. And it has to do with, it's like a British crime drama, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Sorry, it took me a minute to remember what it was about. The Collector, I love The Collector. They were supposed to make a third film. I don't think that's even happening at this point, but I've been hearing no, yes, no, yes. But I have The Collector and then The Collection. I enjoyed this one, but not as much as the first one. So, Color Out of Space. I enjoyed this film. I haven't watched the 4K, but I used to have the old Blu-ray. But H.P. Lovecraft, Nicolas Cage. You got Tommy Chong in here as well. Come to Daddy. I haven't watched this one yet, but you know, I love Elijah Wood, so yeah. Contamination .7. It's also known as, what's it called? It goes by a different name. Oh yeah, The Crawlers. It goes by The Crawlers. It's like nature horror. It's not bad. It's creepy. Here's a fun one. Cooties. Another Elijah Wood film with Lee Wannell and Ian Brennan. I love this horror comedy. It has to do with kids, killer kids, because they're infected with some sort of disease like chicken nuggets. I enjoyed that one though, quite a bit actually. Copycat. I don't remember this one, so I have to watch that one. Countdown. Not bad. You know, I thought it was going to be dumb, but I actually ended up enjoying it more than I thought I would. It's about a killer app on your phone. Oops. I'll pick that up later. The Crazies. The original Crazies. To be honest, I've seen the remake. I saw the remake before this one, so I kind of like the remake better. But it's not bad. I just didn't think it's Romero's best movie. I gotta pick that up. Crimes of Passion with Anthony Perkins and Kathleen Turner. Ken Russell film. Haven't seen it. Crimson Peak. I really need to upgrade this to a 4K or the Blu-ray box set version, but I enjoyed this movie. It's gothic themes and whatnot. Sorry, my hand's getting tired. Critters Attack. I haven't got around to watching this one yet. I've seen the other ones. I have the box set as well. The Crush. Love The Crush with Silverstone and Elwes. Jennifer Rubin. Of course, I love Jennifer Rubin. Kurtwood Smith. Classic thriller. Cthulhu Mansion. I actually really enjoyed this one as well. Obviously, it's based on Lovecraft. It's got a Lovecraftian feel to it. Highly recommend it. Cure for Wellness. I haven't watched this one yet, but I will. The Curse 1 and 2. I enjoy these films. The first one is the best, in my opinion. It's got Will Wheaton in it, along with Claude Akins and John Schneider. Cursed Films. This is a really good documentary about these films that are obviously cursed. If you guys know the stories to all of these, so I don't have to tell you them. I got the second one too. I haven't watched it, but you know, you got Wizard of Oz, Rosemary's Baby, Stalker, Serpent in the Rainbow, and Cannibal Holocaust. You guys like Cannibal Holocaust? Let me know in the comments below. I thought it was alright, kind of overrated, but not bad. Curtains, love Curtains. Nice little slasher. The Dark and the Wicked, I enjoyed this one. Again, not everybody did, but it's very creepy, especially when she's in the kitchen and she's cutting carrots and she ends up cutting her own finger off. Yeah. The Dark Half, this one's out of print. Goes for a little bit of money in these days. But again, I gotta watch this again. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but it's got Timothy Hutton and Michael Rooker in it. Two more. The Darkest Minds. I have not seen this one, so I can't tell you if it's good or not. And then finally we have the Darkman trilogy. I've seen the first one. I enjoyed that one. The other two I have not seen, so yeah. Some Liam Neeson goodness. So that is it for shelf number 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for shelf 11. Take care.